My dear pressmen and ladies, today we have very serious concern about the animal compensations. You recall, for the last 20 years plus, government has been promising to compensate the Acholi community. You recall that our people went to court and government accepted to settle the matter out of the court. Government agreed to compensate our people. We raised the matter on the floor of Parliament several times. Government accepted. That was put it in the budget so that the Acholi community, the Lao and Teso are fully compensated. Compensation started. The first time, government gave 5 billion to the Acholi people. The money was distributed. Other people got 100,000, 200,000, which is not even equivalent to the price of one animal. Later on, government put it as a guideline that each and every animal must be costed at the tune of 1,050,000 Uganda shillings. And government promised that they are going to compensate each and every family that lost the animals, especially during the war, at the tune of 1,050,000 shillings per animal. We were happy and we were pleased. We waited until of recent, when we presented on the floor of Parliament after the budget. Government accepted that this time there will be some money which will be given to Lao, Acholi, and Teso. We were all happy that the money shall come to our people. And on the 24th of December 2024, we learned with shock that the files were taken to the Attorney General to be signed. In the files, it was containing the amount of 26 billion to all the 3 sub-regions. Teso 26 billion, Lao 26 billion, Acholi 26 billion. And unfortunately, the Attorney General refused to sign the files for the Acholi community. For other sub-regions, he signed. Up to now, we don't know the reason why Attorney General refused to sign to clear the payment for the Acholi community. In addition to that, he had to sign for some lawyers. We have one of the law firms that is standing for our community. And Attorney General had to sign the payment for the lawyers at the tune of 500 million. He signed very fast and everything was clear. But for the Acholi community, he rejected totally. Up to now, he has not yet signed for the Acholi community. You remember, people who suffered the most are the Acholi people. We were the first claimants that took government to court. And the issues of compensation started specifically because of the voices that were raised by the Acholi community. And government, because of the ill intentions, because of the hatred that government has towards the Acholi community, they had to widen the scope of the compensation. Now, government is saying the animals must be compensated even to those who were in Bukadia. Others who did not suffer the wrath of the LRA. Now, government has widened it intentionally. That's to deny because of the hatred they have towards the people of Acholi. So I'm telling you, as leaders from Acholi, we are not happy. And we are starting our year 2025 on a very bad note. As the Acholi community, we are not happy at all. The office of the Attorney General and the Attorney General himself, he doesn't like the Acholi community. Maybe it's the government instructing him to behave in such a manner. At this time, we are giving 14 days. as leaders from Acholi. Within 14 days, the Attorney General and the government should take a step and sign and make sure our people are paid the 26 billion meant for our people. Failure to do that, we shall not sit back and see our people being discriminated, being rejected intentionally. So this is total hatred towards the tribe. We are the victims and we suffer the more. Now you want to clear other people and you leave out the real victims. I think this is total foolery. So we are not happy as leaders from Acholi. From now on, we are taking very drastic and radical steps, especially on the Attorney General, who is intentionally disorganizing and refusing to clear the payment for the compensation of our people. This is the major concern that brought us here to address this very important press gathering, and we shall take it very seriously. I would like to thank you. Allow me to invite our honorable member, Mega Gilbert, to stand to add. Then later on we shall invite the lawyer who has the technical knowledge. He will try to give us the background. Let us see the way forward. Thank you so much. Honorable.
Yeah, it is very unfortunate that today it was even in the 8th Parliament that this issue reached Parliament. That was after Acholi took government to court. Then again, I had to take files there myself. I raised this issue on the floor of Parliament, in the 8th Parliament. The law came after I raised this and also the TESO. What would be the reason leaving Acholi out when it is Acholi which has suffered the most? One, if we look at the camps during the war, the camps, the internally displaced people camps, were really here in Acholi. Number two, when we talk about poverty, it's biting in Acholi sub-region, really biting. And it is not only just by words of mouth, but by research done. So what could be the reason for Attorney General leaving us out? Yes, Parliament is going to be, or is opening on the 9th this month. We will go there and battle on the floor of Parliament because we feel bad. When you move into our communities here, the concern of the people is about cattle compensation. That is just one item. They are demanding for one item. We have lost a lot, but this one item alone. Why is it that government is adamant? An Attorney General represents the government. He will have to explain to us clearly so that we understand. He doesn't face the people, it is us who face the people here in Acholi sub-region whenever we move to the communities. Sometimes you feel so bad that you almost want to say, should we break away from this unkind treatment given to the Acholi community? Really, we are part of Uganda and we did not even apply to God to let us be here in Acholi sub-region. But we found ourselves here. Why should we be mistreated? The Attorney General should prepare to give us a statement why he has to refuse signing our file. Our files has to be signed. If anything, we needed even to have double or triple share instead of just being equitably the same in all the 3 sub-regions which have been worked, which have been given. So we wait for explanation, but he is also going to face us. It's not going to be easy. He is one person and we are going to be many confronting him. Just about 4 days ago, I asked even Minister of State for Northern Uganda, said yes, we will go for Nusa. But you see how poverty is biting here. You are minister for northern Uganda. You are going to start from Karamoja, and there in Karamoja we have minister of state for Karamoja and minister for Karamoja. Then you are there, we have minister of state for Soroti, for Teso. We have minister of state for Bunyoro. Then the little resources that is going to be brought to the north is going to be spread thin instead of focusing on Acholi, Lao, and West Nile, so that those people get their resources different. So even the Safo is, we are not going to get the share that we deserve. Why? Why is this? Government will also have to explain the hatred. What have we done? What is it that we have done to government of Uganda that we should deserve this? If some of us speaking, we are in the position, it is constitutionally allowed for you to choose where you want to, you have to be. And in governing this country, we have to be there to also check that the ruling party is taking all of us seriously. For the movement is who are here in Acholi. It's a challenge to you. If this is what the Attorney General should do, because how can you be there, be laughing and happy that you are getting something when your people are denied even their rights? Because it's a right. It is not just something that we are begging. It is something that we say compensation has to be done, and court also had the ruling for us. So we settled this out of court, and government accepted, so government has to fulfill its work, its obligation. Thank you very much.
Acholi community, because I'm also an Acholi. What the member of parliament have raised is a very serious issue, because this matter went to court before Justice Remy Kasule retired. The government requested for an out-of-court settlement. Then later on, they started tackling payment. Then later on, the issue of verification came in. And verification was done several times. And up to now, most of our elders have died without even receiving a single penny for their animals. The unfortunate bit of it, after verification, the government says, please, elders, open your bank account. These elders could struggle to raise the 50,000, the 20,000. The bank cannot keep that money for long. So it's a business for the government actually to cheat the vulnerable people twice. They lost their animals, again they're losing their money which they open the bank account, because the bank keep on deducting. Money is not remitting that account. So it's really a great violation of people's right. Now on the legal perspective, I think the best thing we need to do as the legal brains is to file a case against the Secretary to the Treasury to seek for compelling order, which is called mandamus, to compel the Treasurer, the Secretary to the Treasury, to have this money paid to those people, because through diplomacy has already failed. And I think Attorney General is taking advantage of the kindness of the Acholi people. And this is high time the government should also check. Because for us, the legal bar, last year we spoke very loudly to the government that we don't trust this gentleman called Kimwanoka. So this is another angle which I think we need to prepare our mind to take the government head on. And we want the Secretary to the Treasury to have this money paid. This time, if the MPs are pushing on the legal perspective, for us we're also pushing as a legal brain. Because it's an insult. The first people who went to court is the Acholi people. Most of these leaders have died. The Adieras, the Ofonyas, the Latigos, the Kinyero, among others. The owners of the animals, they are dying. Their children who are supposed to benefit, they are not gaining anything. And I think this is also a wake-up call to the Acholi people. Come 2026, no payment for their compensation, no voting for any ruling party candidates. Because we need to put the record straight. We have sent our sons there, but they are enjoying themselves. They are not minding of these people. This is the right cause. We have left with only two resources: compensation and land. Land is being taken face by face. Money for compensation is not coming. So we need to take a very radical approach And the government will only listen when there's a radical approach. Diplomacy has failed in this democracy. So me, I would urge our political leaders, don't get tired. We need to rally all the legal teams within the Acholi people. I call my land brothers and sisters. Let us come together. We fight this cause until our people are paid. Because if we don't rally behind our vulnerable people, who else? They have said Rocho Pacho. Rocho Pacho, part of the Rocho Pacho should come on this cause. Our money must be paid. And we must push in all aspects. So that is briefly I wanted to add on what Member of Parliament have said. I am very embarrassed in the conduct of Attorney General if at all he had paid and left out the Acholi people. What criteria has he used? Why have you selected, chosen only one law firm and you paid 500 million? Also, that conduct needs to be investigated. So for us as members of the bar, I will also request our top superior. I call the president of Uganda Law Society to investigate the manner in which this payment was sanctioned. Because that's the only way we can expose the character in the kind and the person of Chiwanuka. I'm talking this not because we hate him, but this is a justification for our people. People must benefit from their sweat. So thank you very much. Precisely that's what I want to add. This is not brought in hatred or in any tribalistic means. We don't hate the Langi people, we don't hate the Teso people. But we must act justly, fairly, to everybody. We are all Ugandans. If the government doesn't want to pay Acholi people, let them pronounce themselves straight that we are not paying, so that people forget. We shall wait for the next regime. Like the Aborigines got their compensation in Australia when they won the court. Right now, the generation of Aborigines, if you Google well, they're the one enjoying the sweat of their elders who won the case in Australia. So if they want us to apply the same principle, let them leave it aside. We shall wait for the next regime. So basically, this is the voice I wanted to add on what the Member of Parliament are saying. And I think our Member of Parliament, please, you act for our people. If you don't follow this cause seriously, I don't think whether some of us who are voters, we also have contacts in Agaru, we have contacts in Kipgum, we have contacts in Nwaya. We shall use this same platform to reach the message that your people are not championing for the right cause. They are championing for their own benefits, so that they are also pulled and brought back home. But that as said, our Member of Parliament must make the government to account for the 26 billion which they have not paid to our people. That is only our interest. I want to thank you very much. I want to thank the media for hosting us. May God bless you. And I wish you a happy 2025.
The Office of the Attorney General needs to be investigated because it seems there is corruption scandal going on in that particular office. And we would like also to investigate why he signed the 500 million paid to one of the lawyers representing the Lao community. He refused to sign for other lawyers that represented other sub-regions. We need to investigate that. The Office of the Attorney General currently, they work on a kickback manner. Where there is money, where it has been promised some money, he signed very fast, he cleared that file. Those who are trying to work truly for the vulnerable community, it doesn't act on their document. So we shall take this very seriously. As the lawyer said, the way forward, one, legally, we shall engage our legal mind, write to the President of the Law Society to make sure the issue is followed legally, and two, politically, after 14 days, we shall mobilize our people, all the districts in Acholi, we shall have 2 places for gathering. One will be in Kilku municipality, and another place will be in Gulu city. All those ones who applied for the animals, all those ones whose names are there on that day that we are going to appoint, make sure you gather in Kilku and you gather in Gulu. As we saw our displeasure against the government being aided by the Attorney General, who does not like the Acholi people purposely. So this is very serious and it's a very serious matter. I thank you, my dear media team. May the good God bless you and I wish you Happy New Year.
Thank you.